immediately denied. Well, it seems like the game is ready. It is going to be map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Over. I'll be joined by Lucas for the cast. And, well, the pistol is live. It is going to be SK versus Winstrike, map number 2. And this is the second semi-finals of the Moche XL Stream, of course, Esports tournament, live in Lisbon, Portugal. Waterfalls to open it up, though. Stewie down. And it looks like Valina is going to find one more as well. Fern, Cold Arrow, all falling, finally finding one. But that might not be good enough as Waterfalls finds his second.
Yeah, Bolt's now left alone, so nice for Winstrike. They do rely on these good starts, of course. Bolt's in a tricky scenario, to say the least. Can he get headshotted by Boomich? And that is him going down, and Winstrike picking up the first round. The arena is dead silent. No, we can't hear the sound, obviously.
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
But not making that much noise. It wasn't that exciting of a pistol round. Yeah, coming up with a force down for SK, we could expect some Deagles, some CZs.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it is Mirage we're talking about, so mid-Deagle shots, mid-Deagle plays are probably the most common thing you've seen in everywhere. But as it stands, you know, Winstrike getting the pistol, nothing special. It was a clean win. Not much else to add upon that. Stewie gonna be caught by Quick, and that's pretty much all there is to say about it. As Fallen takes a few pot shots through the smoke, and we have just lost the clean. Okay, we're back. All is good, guys. We have not lost the clean fit just yet. Well, Golds will be finding Valina. At least something, but it doesn't feel like he can get more than that. Fur caught in pit. Shimka, the one to take him out. Oh, another one for Bolts. The damage is being dealt, though. That's actually, you know, 2 kills. Not too bad, given the fact that SK is probably not going to even trying to get too close. They're going to just look for exit kills, trying to damage the economy as much as possible. Winstrike, they will be losing a lot of money here as Bolts takes down his third. At 2 HP, Bolts is still as deadly as ever. And there might be another... Yeah, Quick will die. Goodbye, Quick. That's a lot of damage, man.
A lot of damage indeed. I feel like we had a little quality drop on the clean feed.
Perhaps the clean feed needs to be updated, guys. Nobody in production, they can't see us. Oh, shit.
Yeah, possible.
Hopefully they will see that soon enough and they'll fix it up. But yeah, if you do not know, guys, we are reviewing this through a clean feed. We do not have the GoTV. We are basically...
Which means we're basically live streaming a YouTube live stream.
Yeah, exactly. We're not on location, if somebody's wondering. We're not at the arena. We're not in Lisbon. We're not even close to Lisbon. We're probably the farthest point from Lisbon when it comes to Europe itself. So maybe Norway is further, or Finland, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Point came across. Okay, moving on. SK Gaming then with the scout. The same as well as the UMP. They'll do the best to perhaps try to deal some damage here. Picking up around. That's kind of a long shot. Let's see. One trying to do some damage with the scout, but they're just going to avoid the angles where he can shoot them from. Waterfalls and Boomish now ridiculously low on HP, both on 13. Should be easy praise now for some of the pistols coming in, but they're very, very slow. I mean, they're already setting up for exit frags. We have Colzera guarding short from ladder room to all the way back from T-spawn now, coming closer to B apartments, and then Fallen in kitchen. So let's count the exit frags, I guess. Oh,
Fallen, nice shot, Quick out. Whoa. Fallen with a second. Wow, that is a lot of damage dealt. I will be honest, that is a scary amount of damage. Valina falling as well. SK, they've lost the round, but it feels like they won. I mean, they get 3 players to survive, and more importantly, they kill every and each single player of Winstrike, eliminating their weapons, eliminating their economy. And this is certainly a nice achievement. Here we see the quick replay. Come in, that is just sick. Fallen, one of the reasons why he is the best operator in the world, or at least considered to be the best AWP player in the world. And here we go. The gun round is live. It's going to be, of course, Waterfalls, but not of his own. A UMP on Jumka. Winstrike off to a good start. This is exactly how Inferno started for Winstrike, and then we all know how it ended, obviously. Pretty one-loop-sided.
Yeah, slower starting this tournament as it is the first buy round. SK, of course, looking very serious in this one. They want to pick it up, but losing Stewie, the first thing that happens is not what they were looking for. Steve Terrace trying to be sneaky there, boosting up in window, but Colsera, he were even more sneaky, hiding there in ladder room. Found that frag, made it a 4v4 again. So mid control has been achieved, but now it's always difficult getting up. No support. Quick goes in entirely on his own without any backup, which means that they're not going to get the refrag. Colsera is even able to peek out and get one more. Oh, hello, midair. Rip, Boomage.
And it's up to Waterfalls 1 to 4, and it's safe to say that in this 1 versus 4, it's pretty impossible.
That was a pretty lousy way of using a one-man advantage situation.
Oh yeah,
just turning it into a complete disaster.
I mean, the biggest mistake of it all, I think, was it was either Boomage or Valina in connector, going in for the hunt, and Fur just one peek got the kill.
Going in alone. No
yeah,
backup.
exactly.
There were
no
two
flash.
players mid.
I don't think there was even a flash. Like, that was just
both
mistakes.
Just went up in like 10-second
oh, look at the shot.
span.
Damn, Fallen. He's bringing out the old bad Fallen. Keep calm. SK is here. Aw. SK is here, that is for sure. And that here is in Lisbon, Portugal, live on the Moche Excel Esports tournament. Now, more importantly, SK are able to pick up the gun round, resetting Winstrike completely, which is gonna throw, of course, Winstrike a little bit off balance, pushing out of A now. I mean, this should be easily cleaned up. But the rest of SK, not even a question about it. No threat to their security of the round. As confirmed, Waterfalls not even able to tap away Old Zera. That's it. That is all she wrote. It's going to be 2-3 as SK are drawing it back in. This is, you know, on Inferno, it was a 5-0 start for Winstrike. A very, very solid start against a team like SK, right? You would think that would be perhaps enough to get you riled up, to get you hyped up, to get the adrenaline going in a team like Winstrike, you know, get them back into it. In the end, the final result kind of proved to us that 5-0 was not even nearly enough to be buying them a victory. So Winstrike, if things are to be, you know, if things are to be expected, or if we look at it from a perspective as it was on Inferno, this could get to end very much worse than Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, so far my prediction's holding up. 1 pistol round. It was 3 rounds. So far they haven't got anything more than that. In this round, they're certainly not going to get anything else. 1 frag is alright, trying to deal as much damage as possible, but they can't really do much towards Winstrike's economy. Okay, production, we're talking there a bit, so...
Yeah.
People underestimate how hard it is to talk when you hear somebody else talking.
Oh yeah, it happens, it happens. Don't worry about it, guys. We're going to be quickly switching onto our camera because we are lovely and we're sexy, and no, I'm joking. We just have to reset the clean feed so you guys won't be watching an empty screen. You'll be watching us for a second as soon as the round ends. Obviously, perhaps better sooner than later. This round is already ended in essence. SK has already won it. It's going to be 3-3. So let's see how well, of course, we can do that rather quickly. Let's go, production. I'm waiting.
Yeah, round's done anyway. Let's restart the stream.
Yeah, this round is as good as gone if we can look at it, to be honest. Oh, look at Boomage. Oh yes, Boomage!
No,
Stewie heard him.
Peace.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. Stewie heard him.
Okay.
Hello.
There we go. We asked him to switch scene and then nothing. And then
we'll be of course back into the game momentarily. Stay there, don't go anywhere. I mean, we're certainly staying here, aren't we? The game is going to return, don't worry. We're just waiting for the clean feed to be reset.
We hear the sound at least, that's something.
Yeah, that's good. That's always a good sound. Sound is always a good thing. Because yesterday we had no sound. And at one point in time, the game, the last round in the, I believe the 3rd map, was when we received the sound back. That was a funny moment.
I mean, game number 2, I believe we got sound in the last round.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
it's pretty.
that was pretty funny. I mean,
it's a new experience. This casting without sound, you know.
Yeah.
It's a tactical pause as well, presumably from Winstrike. So now it's definitely the best the best time to restart the claim feed if it hasn't already been restarted.
I don't know if it was already restarted. Does not look like it, I'll be honest.
Looks a bit blurry here and there.
Yeah. Perhaps the organizers have dropped their quality.
Ah, well, we're back in it either way. This is the call we'll have to live with. So sorry about that, guys. Nothing we can do about it.
Cold reality we have to live with.
Winstrike then. 4 men towards A, and SK Gaming, they didn't really challenge from mid. They don't have any control over towards ramp, so a full-on setup now would be very, very dangerous for SK, as they would all be blocked behind the curtain of smokes.
That would be super dangerous. I mean, we gotta keep in mind that apparently Winstrike is ready for it, but
no utility. I don't know why Winstrike aren't going in with any utility at all.
Yeah, that's actually pretty weird. They have no smoke for jungle, no smoke for stairs, no smoke for CT. Finally, CT smoke lands, and I believe jungle smoke just landed right now, but it's a deep jungle smoke, so Fur still has a bit of an opening there. Stewie waiting in CT, and here we go. The quality is back. That's just a lot more pristine, and oh no, well, Fallen misses the shot. That's a bit unfortunate. Fur still holding from connector, though. And it looks like it's going to be split towards jungle and connector itself. Jumka was able to find Fur, Fallen for the refrag on Quick. 4 versus 4. Bolt, beautiful spray down, tags onto Boomage. Jumka just waiting his chance, he gets it. And Valina, Waterfalls, everybody's sounding off now. Fallen all alone, 1, 2 versus 3. And it's safe to say that this round is as good as gone. He's going to go for the save. There's no other option but the save, and not even that is going to be possible, as Shumka is going to catch onto his tail between his legs. And as you can see, this is the clean feed. Just so nobody thinks we are lying our way through. We have no effect of the production. Bear with us.
True that, true that. Well, a take that worked out nonetheless. I mean, the SK players weren't really prepared for it, so despite the smoke game not being on point for Winstrike, they still got it in the end. So that's round number 4 for them. They're back in the lead. SK, with their relatively developed economy, are gonna have another buy. They're gonna have a double AWP setup now, which we saw briefly in the end of the last game, which worked out pretty well then. It could work out pretty well now. We'll see. Stewie though alone again. Very, very tough being alone. And now the smokes are up properly, and there's nothing Fallen can do, as there are smokes covering his vision. There is something, but they're all coming in too fast. Fallen found it somehow. I don't know how Fallen found that. But still the advantage for the CTs then.
Coming in from behind. This is the backstab that could win the round for SK. Here it is, 3 versus 3, and they do know where, of course, Fur is coming in from. The problem is, well, that is the problem, I guess, because Valina is searching for a kill. Waterfalls is able to refrag back, but Shumka is on point, hits the headshot. Now all eyes on Bolts. 1 versus 2 clutch. Can he pull it off? They know, or at least he knows where one guy is, but Shumka is still too good. There's the Kobe as well in the end, and that is going to be, of course, a round going in favor of Winstrike. I would like to mention that it is very weird seeing Stewie play alone on site and having no support either from CT or another player either from site or jungle stairs.
Having 2 AWPs and not positioning a single one in a beneficial position towards A. I mean, Fallen playing jungle, sure, but you know it's pretty vulnerable. One smoke and he's gone.
I would argue there that basically, you know, usually on A side CT, if you want to play retake, as it is evident by SK's
you don't play
setup,
2 AWPs.
No, not that you don't play 2 AWPs. Perhaps you can if you can pull it off. But I would say Stewie should have been either in CT or he should have been in jungle, so he survives for as long as possible, because the retake is vital to have as many people alive as possible. If he dies on site without a single kill, that's just a loss and a round, or excuse me, a side given.
Sort of
for
defeats
free.
one of the purposes of having an AWP. I mean, going.
That's true.
Playing retake with double AWP setup, it's pretty.
That's also pretty. I mean, it's weird. It's not undoable, but it's certainly not the best optimal play you can go for. I guess the best way would have been that, let's say, Fallen would have been positioned in CT. He would have had an angle up towards Pit and Palace, and obviously, perhaps he would have had a first kill. But well, it does happen to be the first kill on Waterfalls on this next round, as it is 5-3 in favor of Winstrike. Currently, Stewie, Fur, and Bolts, Cold Zero on pistols, and of course, Fallen with the AWP of his own. Is it just me, or did we miss a round?
Probably not. Why so?
It's just weird. It's weird. I wasn't paying attention how much money SK had left when they lost the previous round where Bold tried to clutch it out. Just imagine that they would have less than how much they have right now. But either way, it is going to be Fur and Stewie remaining alive. And look at the Stewie. Oh, dude, no way. Look at Stewie. Oh, up in hand. Sees the shadow of Valina. I believe it is quick on short. Yes, he is. Fur now coming in through short himself. 16 seconds, 15 seconds, and counting. Time is of the essence. On car, it is Boomich. And well, he has bought another round for Winstrike. 6-3. A great start for Winstrike, although they will lose him in the end as well, as it is Fur to knock him out. They win the round, that's the important part. This is, well, at least a lot better than it was on Inferno for Winstrike.
Yeah, SK definitely not looking super satisfied with the outcome of the previous, or the last couple of rounds. But they are on another buy at least. Coldzera has picked up the AWP, Fallen as well. So yeah, back on the below set. I wonder how that will work out. Right now, there we go, back in the picture, nice. Fallen now playing for CT, so I like they're switching it up a bit. Let's see Fallen able to do more damage here. I do definitely think so. That's 1 kill for Stu, 1 kill for Fallen. Fallen now holding relatively safe angle. It's not Molotov down, yeah, but they're also taking so much damage through that box, I believe. They can't do anything else. 3v3 then, the retake for SK.
Happening once more, and they were successful in the past. Can they be successful again? On short, it's Coldzera with the op biding his time. Of course, Bolt's close range on Ticket.
Coldzera being semi-AFK on short.
Yeah, he's like just watching the angle, waiting for the smoke to dissipate. I can't blame him, really. But look at this. Oh, he's going to hear a player coming in through B. Waterfalls is running through B house, and now Coldzera, he realizes, oh, something is wrong. Alina catches onto Fur. That rotation could have cost SK their round, because Coldzera calls, yo, I hear somebody in house, you know, and all of a sudden Fur pulls back, and, well, Valina finds himself the double. 2 versus 1. Coldzera.
Are they switching places now? No?
No, they're both going in Palace. They're playing it safe, as it seems. 35 seconds, they're going to walk it off. I gotta say, I like this. Winstrike are playing it super smart, because they don't know where exactly Coldzera is. If, of course, Waterfalls heard Coldzera on short, he knows that he's either short or connector or jungle. So at this time, he could have already rotated into CT, so they want to make sure they have as few angles to look at as possible, although this is not like the most optimal amount of angles you can go for, but still, the plan happens. It is going to be in a take. Well, Coldzera, does he even try this retake? I mean, he has the time for the time being, but feels like he might just save. He is jumping into connector, though. Looks like he might want to find at least a kill or two.
That lane is a start,
yeah.
But the tires are obviously not going to peek until they have to. And if they double peek, there's no way you can find both of them with the op.
Yeah, no chance. Oh,
see a little no scope there.
That's
yeah,
it.
there's a double peek, and by Coldzera. Not much more to say there. See how the tire's going to survive.
They will.
Yeah, all right then. So that was a bit of a waste. We can say losing that op there, losing a double op setup, so a very, very costly setup that just fell in vain for SK.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of feel a little bit bad. I mean, I don't know why he even tries this. He knows that time is not on his side, and before he gets onto side, before he even kills both players, probably the bomb explodes by then. So it is going to be, of course, SK playing an eco, an MP9 on Fern. Oh wow, this aggressiveness! He gets the pick, he gets the entry.
And tapping like that with an MP9.
That's some next level stuff.
It's pretty good, pretty good.
Alina certainly didn't expect that one.
No, Fern now cleared the entire mid area himself. Picked up that AK, and now Shimka and another of the terrorists are heading back mid to check what's up, so Fur isn't, make sure he's not doing anything else.
I like Stewie in the SK jersey though. I almost said Cloud9.
I mean, the other jerseys look like a bit similar, I guess. Instead of white, blues.
Yeah, instead of white blues, they are gray and black.
Dark blue.
Dark, gray and.
I mean, not that big of a
Dark.
decision. If Stevie went to QBF or Winstrike,
Oh yeah.
then you know, red jersey
That would
would have been a bit of more transition. So taking it step by step, you know.
Maybe eventually he ends up in Winstrike. Imagine that. I mean, if Winstrike win, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, take some Russian lessons. Just play for Winstrike. Why? I don't see why not.
Why not? Why not?
Americans and Russians known to get along.
Oh, yeah, historically speaking, definitely. Well, Stewie will find himself the entry. Another one, nope, denied by Quick. Waterfalls catches onto forward there as well. Fur, AK in hand, but Coldzera a chance to find a few kills with the Deagle. He does catch onto Quick. Unfortunately, Waterfalls is too fast. Here comes Bolts. Sees it in hand. Boomich, one-man army, 6 seconds. And he will die. Goodbye, Bolts. He releases the bomb, but there is no time, and Fur is waiting on the other side. That one-man army has just been demolished, defeated, and destroyed. And well, hello, everybody in the crowd.
Our grills, Esports grills.
Hello, Grills.
Good stuff. Okie dokie.
So
Boomich
far.
looking very focused.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great guy. He looks like a great guy to hang out with.
Absolutely. Can't do anything but to agree. Well, Winstrike leading then 7-4. SK are on the buy and another heavy investment. They go for double offset up. Coldzera left the op to Stu this time. So Stewie and Fallen with 1 op each.
Interesting. This is actually Stewie played the secondary op in Cloud9 as well, or at least he was the one that liked to pick it up. So, you know, that's why I said that I was a little bit surprised that Coldzera had the secondary op when we saw it on Inferno. So yeah, overall, it will be first with a double. This gun round, or excuse me, this pistol force buy round is not going as planned for Winstrike. Alina will find one. That is going to be the end of it all, as it is SK finding their 5th finally, putting an end to the aggression of Winstrike. And more importantly, you know, Stewie, I think the new addition to SK, many people have been berating them. Many people have said it's not worth it, it's not going to work out, it's just stupid. But you know, you never know. You have to give them time. You have to give them, I guess, time to adjust, time to prepare. And you know, they are changing the whole way, or the whole communication aspect. They're changing a language. They're basically speaking English for the sake of Stewie, obviously. So you can't expect them to be ready in a matter of a month or two, you know. But let's keep that on the wraps, as it is going to be a full eco, pushing on towards a beautiful spray down. Bolts for the ace. There's not really much else to add upon that. I was just holding the tap or holding the mouse one button. It seems so easy, doesn't it?
It seems very easy when you look at it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of skill, a lot of recoil control walking into that, but
Or is it just the press of a button?
yeah, or just, you know, you pressed mouse button, wanted to see what happened, and this is what happened.
Beautiful
Pretty good
transfer.
outcome. Pretty good outcome. That's what can happen when you press mouse 1.
Indeed.
Amazing. Well, QBF coach explaining something, talking about some strats, some coach things.
I mean, he has to be happy that they were able to pick up 7 rounds. This is the amount of rounds they got in Inferno, so perhaps they go above that. Pausa Tactica. Again, a tactical pause, obviously. A very important round coming up next, as it will decide the fate of win rate. Of course, win strikes, not win rate. Excuse me. Win strikes. I still have to get used to it. I want to call them QBF constantly. My mind is saying QBF, and then I just kind of win strike. But of course, they will have to decide, or at least not decide, more so, they will have to make a tactical decision. What do they do? How do they win this round? Because if they lose, they're back to an eco. They give SK a chance to tie the series. And more precisely, they give SK to take, or chance to take the half. And that would not be the best outcome at all.
Definitely not. Well, Stewie aggressive with the second op over towards mid. SK seem to have a pretty solid setup, but they have very, very limited info towards B. They have only Fallen playing, and he's playing from a pretty awkward position. He could easily get get overwhelmed if they decide to go for fast or a contact play towards B.
You know what they say, confidence is key.
I suppose.
I mean, Fallen's pretty confident in his skills, I guess.
Yeah, you have to be pretty confident to stay alone on a site like B with an op.
Yeah.
Like the quick scopes have to be pretty on point, if we say it like that. First aggression mid though is we could say that's gonna reward them. It's gonna reward maybe 1 kill. He does go down in the end, but they get a lot of info. It forces Winstrike to fall back a bit now and reevaluate the plan. They only have 45 seconds left and they are still pretty widespread out. Right now it looks like they will decide to go for some kind of fake, leaving Shimka to throw some utility and then having the rest going, no, split, B split. This looks very, very strange.
Yeah, it's not yet decided. I think the bomb is posted in underpass, so it just might be an A split in the end. Valina is making a few playoffs, moving out of pit, trying to take a few shots. Coldzera taking him down, Stewie taking quick. Fallen will catch on to Boomich before he gets to Stewie though. And Shimka, 1 versus 3, no chance. I mean, he will plant, obviously. Yeah, that's about it. Fallen holding on to the side himself. It is going to be 7-7. And at least with the plant, I believe that Winstrike were able to secure themselves another bye following this round. The problem, I guess, what I would have is it's not looking like an equal game, right? It's not looking like the rounds are even close. There's just like every time something happens, it feels like SK has the upper hand at any given point in moment, you know? They just do something and SK returns and retaliates, and they're always on top, even if they're at equal numbers, even if they perhaps are missing a man.
Even if SK lose, they're on top. That's
the general premises of it, yeah. But of course, it will be a buy by Winstrike, and let's see how they can play it off. It is going to be a good opener again. Fur aggressively into Palace. Last round he went into top mid, found a kill, will be refragged back. But that's the job of Fur. He needs to get info, and he got the info. 2-3 guys in Palace, pulls back out, or at least the rest of Winstrike pulls away, realizes perhaps it's a little bit too dangerous staying there. Let's see what do they do up next as they're pushing back towards T-spawn. Perhaps retrying to take mid is quite possible. Waterfall's changing his Galil for the M4. Smart choice. Definitely a little better weapon. Mid not taken by either. Okay, SK do have Coldzera in underpass. Or is he in window? I'm not actually sure. I believe he is in underpass. Waiting for his moment, watching connector cross. He's basically making sure that whoever comes in through mid, possibly going into connector, will be immediately spotted and taken care of, as Fallen has his back covered. I love this setup. It's really good, actually. A player on short making sure that B is covered. A player on under connector or underpass making sure that connector is covered. Fallen, of course, watching Palace, and here we go. It's going to be the execute coming in. Oh, whoa, okay. Fallen killing through the smoke. Valina down. Stewie finds one more. The secondary op certainly playing into the hands of SK. Another one for Stewie. And it seems like Waterfalls has a bit of a too tall task ahead of him. It is going to be 8-7, as it is going to be Winstrike losing the last few rounds. And well, that is SK winning another half.
It is. It didn't look like it, but
no.
Apparently SK came back. They always come out on top, as you said.
They always win.
Always win.
Always win, even if they lose.
Yeah.
They're always the winners.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Quality analysis.
Yeah, best thing we've said all day. We're not tired or anything like that.
No, it's not been about 9 hours now since we started casting, so all good, all good.
Yeah. Casting. We should measure how many hours can you cast in a row until you start saying very stupid things.
Oh, well, I think
my limit is around 6 hours.
My record was 12 hours and a half.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I do not wish to hear you after 10
12
hours. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. I gotta say, I'm really liking it. Mind you, I did solo cast that, so that's even worse.
Yeah. Cry me a river, boy.
Oh, wow.
Move on.
Pistol round is live. It is gonna be 4 versus 3. Lucas, my boy, it is not looking good too much for Winstrike. They will lose a few players. Good return by Waterfalls, 2 versus 2. There is no defuse kit available, at least not currently on any of the players. They might pick it up. I did not actually spot that if it was perhaps dropped on B itself. Bomb is planted. Bolts and Fallen, the two guys you can certainly count on winning in the end. And let's see, Boomich. Ooh, nice shot onto Bolts. Fallen still alive now. It's a 1 versus 1. Boomich has to clutch this round. No, Fallen says, good night, my dear friend. You're going nowhere besides down, or that is pretty much it. 9-7 after a great start. Look at the passion in SK's team, or camp, if you will. Fallen very happy. I love that.
Yeah, some,
like
some banter after a win,
that's
you
all
know.
that it's about. Yeah, bantering around, just having some fun, you know. Having a cold one with the boys. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. In this case, cracking open a skull of your opponents.
Yeah, equally fun.
Equally fun. Definitely. CSGO, fun game. Unless you're losing, then you're probably going to destroy your keyboard. But mind you, it is only a game. So guys, keep it calm, keep it simple. SK Gaming doing pretty damn well for themselves. CZs on the side of Winstrike. Those CZs can be crazy dangerous if they're going to be utilized on B, but it seems like it's only Jemka alone on B itself. Balcony. Quick from short with the scout. Here we go. Oh.
Move quickly out. Quick with the scout. Oh, manages to... I thought he tagged on another player, but he has to whip that shot.
Yeah. Doesn't work out.
With one. Now, the bomb is, of course, on the song being planted as we speak. There we go. Valina now in Waterfalls. Last player's alive. They're gonna pick up a scout and a Mac 10, but all the rifles are still in SK's position, and that's how they would like to keep it.
Yeah, Valina and Waterfalls remain alive, but I don't think... I mean, they do have the fuse kit, but the chances of them actually pulling it off are nigh impossible, as Valina remains alone. That's it, 15 seconds and counting. The bomb is about to explode. SK up to 10, forcing Winstrike to go onto another eco, a full eco this time. And well, this is pretty much the best case scenario for SK. They win the pistol, get the first 3, and then they just start stomping away, as SK usually does, doesn't it?
So, on the... I was going to say the first buy, but it's actually not a buy. It's they'll have to wait another round, unfortunately for Winstrike.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, really.
Patience is key when you don't have any cash.
Patience is a virtue.
Ooh.
That is a proper
Is that
saying.
quote from the Bible or something?
You're telling me you haven't heard the saying patience is a virtue?
No.
Wow. I don't know what to say then.
It's not from the Bible then, okay?
Oh. Wow. Okay, a religious man then. Fair enough, fair enough. Can't blame you. Jemka.
Please go for the knife.
No chance. How can he do a knife? Do the knife dance.
Yes, he can try. Boomich now will be caught off. Stewie has full control of this. Tough life. Boomich set up for an exit frag. Waterfalls is going to find an exit now. That means that there's another gun dropped towards T-spawn, and his friend is coming to pick it up, of course.
And it's very important to note that Winstrike require every gun they can to be able to secure themselves a proper buy, because their money is still going to be very low coming into this next gun round. As we all know, the economy of the CTs is always suffering. They're going to be missing quite a few utilities. More precisely, if they save the AKs, they could potentially buy an AWP for their teammates, especially for Waterfalls, who I think desperately requires it, and not in the manner that, you know, they can't win without it. But I think if Waterfalls has an off, then there's a fair chance that, you know, Winstrike can pick up a round. Either way, it is going to be the gun round, the big important one that Lucas also hoped for. We are about to find out if Winstrike can take down SK in this second map. If they do not, I mean, the result is going to start to go haywire, as SK will go up to 13 before the next gun round happens for Winstrike.
That is very much true. SK looking to cover some kind of A aggression here. 3, actually 4 guys towards A.
Yeah, it seems like a proper A take, just nothing special out of it. Smoke's setting it up, set it up. Probably a Molo into triple.
Yeah. Set up and ready. on the left. One guy called Zera lurking over towards B. Make some noise, you know, trying to keep the CTs around short and around B. Perhaps go underground. We'll see what happens. He's not going to be in the take at least because SK, they're going now full speed into the side. Stews can find the first entry. Oh, that's a shot Waterfalls didn't want to miss, but it nearly makes up for it. Finds one, which frankly isn't good enough as Fur finds two of his own. Make that one for Fallen and Coldzera as well. And an amazing take. SK winning the round without only losing a single man.
Yeah, I mean, Coldzera always the lurk, always coming in from behind, catching the rotation from B, and that's pretty much all there is about it. And there is no response coming out from Winstrike, and it feels like they are losing not only confidence, but control. I mean, they have been losing control through the entirety of this best of 3, I'll be honest. It didn't look like they were in the control after the first 5 rounds on Inferno, and then, you know, now it looks quite grim indeed as well. Hopefully they can wake up on the next few. Fur, we saw those 2 shots work out for him quite nicely, and well, in the end, Shumka being caught by Coldzera. This is where it starts to get a little bit troublesome, as I've mentioned. This is now do or die time. It is going to have to be, well, a 1 gun round coming up next for none other than Winstrike, if they wish to have even the slightest chance to make a comeback in this second map. It is, after all, their map pick.
It is, after all, their map pick that they have to win, or SK moves on to the grand final. And with a UMP and a few pistols, the odds are definitely not in their favor. Pretty safe to say. We do see some aggression. Boomich. Going for something crazy here. The question is, whoa, he wasn't ready at all. Oh my god, Fur had his knife or a nade up or something, but Boomich fails to get the kill when that happens. So Fur picks up his rifle, gets a frag in the end. Bit of a fail. And now, after that incident, everybody on SK are on high alert. They're not going to allow the TTs to deal too much damage. No, Waltz banging down 2 people, leaving only Shimka left aligned with that UMP. And SK secured their 13th round as well.
And that's pretty much all there is about it. I mean, Shimka, he can hope for an exit kill. He does have Kevlar, so bringing an AK with him, perhaps even an AWP, would certainly be a nice addition to their armory. As it stands, he's not even close to getting one. But yeah, overall, it's like the last chance is coming up, or almost the last chance is coming up for them. The next gun round is going to be vital. Here comes, well, there goes this one AK. Another one for Shumka, okay. That's something, some damage being dealt. It's not like SK's economy is impervious to damage. In this case, a single kill more would mean pretty big loss overall in the money scenario for SK. But here we go. This is going to be the round that's going to decide the fate of this second map. If Winstrike are unable to find it, if Winstrike are unable to win it, then the actual chances of them getting this second map back in their control are basically nil.
Basically non-existent.
Yeah.
Alright then, Shimka and Waterfalls with a double AWP setup. Very strange Molotov. Straight into the smoke.
Perhaps I think he meant to throw it into, threw it onto connector, but I think failed.
Whatever he meant to do with it didn't work out. Fur gets an entry onto Boomich. None of these AWP players have gotten what they wanted.
Waterfalls. He was heard by bolts. He just sneaked out of Palace and he got the right timing, got the right kill. And Winstrike, it feels like they are falling apart at the seams. They have no longer any control over what is happening on the map, completely foregoing any sort of map control, any sort of structure. Molly is good from Quick, but immediately extinguished by the smoke, and Quick not even getting a single kill. Shimka from Apartments is... I mean, it can be quite annoying if your teammates can't get any kills at all, right? You can't get a single frag, a single kill. and all of a sudden, in the end, you're forced to see another round, a round that was vital to your overall setup, overall tournament life at this point, because Winstrike is on the verge of elimination. It will be 2 more rounds, and that will be goodbye and good night, Winstrike. They'll be sent home with about, I believe, what, $3,500, something like that, is, or $2,500, excuse me, because, no, actually, yeah, I think it's $2,500 for second and for third and fourth place, because second is 15, first is 25, so 10K left, so 5K for third and fourth place.
Makes
Probably.
sense. So 5K then.
Yeah.
Pretty solid, you know, for 2 days of playing. It's definitely all right for QBF. I think that they would have expected much more, or at least for Giants, man, it's got to be pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean, Giants have to be happy if nothing else. I mean, imagine the happenings if they were in the finals, but let's forgo that. It's going to be Bolts opening it up on Valina, make it a double. Boomich and Valina built the duo that got lost in apartments on Inferno against Fur. Now they get lost against Bolts in Apps. Of course, in Palace, Mirage. It seems like it has all come to a brief end as Winstrike will not go above 7 once more. Inferno, 16-7. It might just be Mirage 16-7 as well. 15-7, that is almost for certain at this point. Unless Waterfalls, Quick, and Shumka can do some crazy plays, I don't see them winning at all. And, well, I think the game speaks for itself. Currently, it is looking grimmer than ever.
Yep, so Quick and Waterfalls just playing very slowly, but they know that they're gonna die. It's inevitable at this point.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna die. I know that's gonna happen. I mean, Quick.
Just standing there waiting.
Yeah, it's just like, please take me out. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. Just, you know, I can't type kill in console. That was disabled. You can kill me easily, faster than a kill in console.
You just hate when you can't type kill in console.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Oh man.
And if you disconnect in a technical pause, yeah, it's tough. But only one more round of suffering before SK do bring home the victory and grant themselves a spot in the grand final, of course. We'll see whether Winstrike are able to buy or not, but don't expect it to be too pretty. 1 UMP, 1 MP9 and 3 for Masters, slight lucky utility. Could have been a lot better than that. And the start could have been a lot better than that as Fur just mows down 2 people directly. Waterfalls goes down to Stewie, and this round is just as good as over. Oh, big. Fun that first one. Stewie, yeah, well, the last one, that was pretty quick indeed. So after that quick final round, SK just granted themselves a spot in the final and will be heading